Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly.
How many parts are there?
Social studies next.
Social studies.
Who will push the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
Ready as I'll ever be. I don't even know what else to study. I don't pass this. God, I feel like I've crammed so much.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I don't know why.
On the ground with Charbonnet. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run.
4 parts should be 4 individual tests.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a
2 of the parts are in one test.
Has to be a priority.
So that means if I don't pass,
if you don't take care of him first.
Like say the math and science, then I have to do both of them again.
What?
Now
yeah.
2nd and 8 at the 32.
It's math and science together?
Yes. So studying and readings together. So if I don't pass that one, then I have to do both of them again. They're not just individual tests. Like remember how before I didn't. What section did I not pass?
We'll get that to Charbonnet.
Was the
get this one across the 45 before he's brought
no,
down.
I'm passing that.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength.
Anyways,
it's also
remember in Florida, I
mismatches,
just had to
and
just that.
Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it
not
to him
like
in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker, or maybe a defensive end dropping out the zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Yeah.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're the first.
I like it better the way that they do it in Florida. That to me just makes more sense.
And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch.
It's like there's pros and
cons.
cons.
You put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he'll take this ahead for about 4.
Possibly.
2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Charbonnet. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
They go play action with Hurts. He gets that one complete to Ricks. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
On the give, here's Charbonnet. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A former Oklahoma State Cowboy, it's Chuba Hubbard. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me.
Clean our bathroom, Lars.
And loosen things up.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Childers. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall in.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play. Forcing him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They head to the line facing
make another hour.
Following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Childers. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll look to throw again. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. Stop short of the 25.
Excuse me.
Couldn't free him.
Huh?
They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
That William kicked him down or something.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. A run on now with Charbonnet. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
I'd like it done without consent time.
Okay.
Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in
It's kind of
possession.
emotional today. I'm not going to be able to spend time with her. Right. So I'd like for all that kind of stuff to be done out of the way. That way I have the rest of the weekend just to focus on my kids.
Hurts. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Hurts sets up to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Hunter Henry brings it in. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 30 on 2nd down. Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare completion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. On the carry, Charbonnet. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
There's Charbonnet once again. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Derek Brown in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9 now. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
All right. Big defensive drive right here.
And that
Big
makes it a
defensive
7-3
drive.
lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Second and 10. They're going to look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I guess he's using over one.
Incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Pulled in at the 24. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Back to throw. Childers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Checks this down to Hubbard. So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think you could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Childers. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Effed up that play call. Can't do that. Cannot do that.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. Back to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
Okay.
Big play there just before halftime. 42 yards.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Oh, my gosh.
Albert O in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-7.
Unbelievable.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Ridiculous.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Here's 2nd and 8. eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
From the gun on third down, Childers. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
There you go, his defense again, bailing him out.
It's good to make it 17-7.
16-1 is a freaking facade.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Damn. I had pretty good control of this
the
game.
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick-6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
No.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Outside.
Picked off
Love
by Xavier McKinney. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Charbonnet. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's going to be caught. Touchdown.
That's
Eagles.
shit.
A great play there. 31 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It got his man complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. Back to throw. Childers. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Still just
One
the
route
3rd
here.
quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Operating from the gun, Childers. That is caught.
That's it.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there, making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another first down.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game
Kinda
to
lag.
come into play, and actually saved him until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Weird play action.
Now run by Charbonnet. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. Touchdown!
Or is he getting people open?
7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
I haven't been that open all year.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really played, and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
I'm so mad.
Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Channing Tindall is there for the tackle.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 9. And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. So the interception set him up with terrific field position.
Score here before the quarter.
The end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive, they had the issue.
If he doesn't win the championship, he should quit.
Unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves.
This team is freaking ridiculous.
Winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it, escaping the pressure right. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points.
And oh
that
my
is
goodness,
such
here's a
bullshit.
5th interception. Now inside the 25. And he takes this one back into the end zone.
That's completely against anybody else. Anybody else.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to
Anybody
28.
else. That's completely against.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, hit as he throws there.
I'm so frustrated, dude.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Unbelievable.
A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Right.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Charbonnet. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Hurts going to give this to Shipley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And that's going to be caught front. Eagles touchdown. Albert Okwuegbunam, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT.
A touchdown before half.
This one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
And then not being able to do anything coming out at halftime.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that is a...
Yeah.
My goodness, another interception. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
A run on 1st down with Shipley.
Good thing you have good players because you
They're going to stop him right at the line.
I would love to see
no
our
gain
players
on the play there.
you on the same playing field. But you built your team. You built your team. I give you credit. You built your team.
Now Shipley again, looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On third down, they go with Shipley. And a nice spin into some open field. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Dude, just put chew clock on.
Straight ahead, Shipley.
Just put motherfucking chew clock on.
There on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll give it to Shipley. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I think three of the picks should have been big gains or possible.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
14
They've got a 3rd down now as they look for
away
1 more first down to help salt this one away.
21 of his.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even 1 score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Operating from the gun, Childers. And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big pickup of 38. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
Better in the regular season. This should be enough. Should be in the hole. I don't know why it's 8 yards short. Three people. This is not a pick. This is not an interception. This one's not an interception. What the freak? That's not a pick. Oh. Better win. His ass better win.